Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Family Wealth and Other Musings, and I am your host, Becky Easton. Today I want to talk about liability protection for your LLC and some best practices to help ensure you're protecting everything. This article is courtesy of New Law Business Model, copyrighted by them. And if you are looking to speak with an attorney about anything that I say here or something similar, I do encourage you to reach out to a family business lawyer near you. Family business lawyers can be found at familybusinesslawyer.co. That's just CO. And then for other types of things like estate planning and whatnot, I can recommend that you contact a personal family lawyer at personalfamilylawyer.com. And so with that, let's go ahead and get into it. So, because many business owners structure their business as a limited liability company, or LLC, because like corporations, LLCs offer personal liability protection for their owners. However, unlike corporations, LLCs are not required to adhere to many of the same burdensome corporate formalities required of corporations. And since LLCs offer the liability protection of a corporation without all of the administrative hassles, this entity might seem like the best of both worlds. And in many ways, it actually can be. But things aren't nearly as cut and dry as they might seem when it comes to abiding by an LLC's administrative formalities. So although the administrative requirements for an LLC are far less complex than those for a corporation, you'll still need to abide by some operational guidelines if you want to maintain your personal liability protection. If you fail to adhere to these formalities, a court could remove the protective barrier shielding your personal assets, and this is known as piercing the veil, and it leaves you personally liable to creditors. And while the formalities required for LLCs are going to vary by state, implementing and adhering the following 5 best practices can help ensure your company stays in compliance, your veil remains intact, and that your personal assets have the maximum protection possible. Number 1, you will need to create an operating agreement. Though most states, Arizona included, don't legally require LLCs to have an operating agreement, it is just vital that you have one in place, even if you're the sole owner. An operating agreement provides the essential legal guidelines and framework for how your company will be run, and it clearly establishes the business as a separate legal entity. And among other functions, an operating agreement details how the ownership, responsibilities, and profits are divided among the LLC owners, who are known as members. It establishes how the company will be managed, and it outlines how the company is to be dissolved or sold. We can support you in creating and maintaining a robust operating agreement that suits the specific needs and circumstances of your particular business. And if you have partners, negotiating your LLC operating agreement is an absolutely critical part of creating a strong relationship that can withstand the test of time and deal with any potential conflicts that may arise down the road. Number 2, you've got to conduct all business in the company's name. All business, guys, should be conducted in the company's name and not your own. This includes adding your chosen limited liability abbreviation to your company name. And this also means using the company letterhead on all correspondence, identifying your company on websites and social media, naming the company as a party in all legal agreements, as well as when making all financial transactions. Never, ever sign a legal agreement in your own name. Every legal agreement should be signed in the name of your LLC. And while you're at it, never sign a legal agreement without having an experienced business lawyer review it. Number 3, keep a separate company bank account and never mix personal and business funds. As soon as possible after filing your LLC formation documents and getting your employer identification number, you should set up a bank account in the company's name. And this account should be used for all company transactions, from making major purchases from vendors to buying everyday office supplies. And additionally, payments to the company should always be made to the company account, not your personal account. And company funds should never be paid or never be used to pay your personal bills. Commingling of personal and business assets is one of the main reasons that courts pierce the veil of an LLC's liability protection. And for this reason, keeping your company's finances separate from your own is a top priority. With that being said, if you already have commingled business and personal finances, reach out to a family business lawyer near you so that you can get some help addressing this issue and putting in place financial systems that'll make separating your finances a snap. Number 4, be sure that you're filing those regular reports with the state. Most states require LLCs to file regular reports, and those are generally on an annual basis. Arizona is an exception there, because there is no regular reporting requirement in place here in Arizona. The state agency, or at least that's true for LLCs. Anytime you have like other business licenses here in Arizona, those are on an annual basis usually. You want the state, you're filing those with the state agency that's responsible for registering business organizations. So it's either the Secretary of State or maybe the Corporation Commission. Such reports keep the governing agency apprised of your company's status, and they're sometimes called a statement of information. Each state has different rules on how often and when a report needs to be filed, what filing fees must be paid, and if other documents need to be filed with the report to address key changes to your LLC. And a good business attorney is going to have processes that can help keep you up to date on your state's latest reporting processes and requirements to ensure your filings are always made on a timely basis. Then, although very few states require LLCs to hold member meetings and keep minutes, doing so is important for a number of reasons. Most importantly, holding regular meetings with accurate minutes provides strong evidence that your LLC is serious about observing administrative formalities. Combined with your operating agreement, regular reports to the state, and diligent separation of personal and business finances, such meetings can offer extra protection if creditors ever seek to pierce your corporate veil. Outside of protecting your personal liability, holding regular meetings and keeping detailed minutes just makes good business sense, and especially true when you have a multi-member LLC. So, for instance, holding regular meetings facilitates consensus among members when making major decisions, keeps members informed of business actions, and provides a forum to plan for your company's future. Meeting minutes also provide a clear record of member discussions, votes, and decisions, which can help reduce member disputes and conflict. Plus, keeping detailed minutes provides a solid documentation of your company's operations should the IRS or courts ever request such records. Now, I always recommend when you're looking into business aspects that you work with a family business lawyer. Family business lawyer is going to support you and assist you with maintaining your LLC's business records and adhering to corporate formalities. This includes holding meetings and keeping minutes. In fact, they have specially designed maintenance packages that will help ensure your LLC meets those requirements and maintains the maximum level of liability protection for your personal assets. And again, you can find a family business lawyer near you by going to familybusinesslawyer.co. And you can also, if you find that this is something that you would like to discuss further with me and you're in Arizona or Colorado, you can always reach out and get a time on my calendar by calling my front office at 480-999-4455. and we'll see how the firm and I can help you or get you in touch with a good family business lawyer near you. So thank you again for tuning in. I hope you found this informative. These kind of 5 tenets are so important in making sure that your LLC is going to provide the type of protection that you intended it to. So thank you again for tuning into another episode of Family Wealth and Other Musings. I am your podcast host, Becky Easton, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.